Hello guys, and welcome to this massive tutorial on field treatments and what their effects is gonna be on your harvest. So we're gonna start with a field here which has got no treatment. It needs lime, it needs plowing, it is not fertilized, there's weeds all over the place. I use canola for all these fields, so just that you know, it's just the same field all the time. Okay, so just to keep things clear and not to bias anything, it's just received the same treatment throughout this experiment. So as I said before, there was no treatment being done here. There's weeds, there's no fertilization, so I don't think this harvest is gonna be good, but we're just gonna figure it out. So let's get into our harvester. Here we are. It looks just messy because of all those weeds, you know. It's not really fun, it's not really pretty, but hey, it's for the best, and I love doing this experiment because it's gonna help me, but not just me, but also you. So I hope you're gonna take your advantage from this experiment. So we got 2005 liters from this tiny little field here. I'm just gonna store it into this little tipping trailer here. And I'm gonna use one tipping trailer for each treatment so that I can actually find my results back in case something goes south. The next treatment we're gonna do is weeding. So we're just gonna weed using the weeder. You can also do weeding by spraying herbicides, but that doesn't really matter for the end result. Just keep in mind that when you are using a weeder, you can just do it in the beginning stage of the weeds, like when they just started to show up. If you're gonna wait any longer, then there's no point of using a weeder because it won't kill them anymore. So the weeds are at 0%. I did not fertilize, I did not use lime, I did not plow. Okay, so this is just the effect of the weeds being removed. So now we have harvested this field, and we still have a little corner here, so let's get that one down too. Come on, there we go. Get that harvested too, that little corner. We want every gram that's on that field into this harvester, just to have a clear view of what was going on. So we have 24.6 liters of this field, which is an increase of 20%. So if you don't weed your field, it's gonna be a loss of 20%, 20%. That's pretty much. And for just something so easy, I would just not skip this in future anymore, okay? It's gonna make you quite a profit. The next is gonna be applying lime. Soon as a field shows that it needs lime, we're gonna apply it from now on. So just to see what the effect of applying lime is gonna be. Okay, so harvest day. Let's see what the effect is. Ready to harvest. Fertilized, not. Weed, yeah, it's gone. It needs plowing, but it has been limed. So the result here after harvest is 2,707 liters, which means an increase of 15%. Okay, 15% just by applying lime. Again, this is a super easy treatment because these lime spreaders usually have a super wide range, so it's not going to take a lot of effort. The next one is going to be plowing. This field really needs plowing, so we're going to see what that's going to do to our field. By the way, I did not remove stones. I did have done an experiment on removing stones as well, but as Farming Simulator tells you, it only harms your equipment and it's not going to do anything to your harvest. Okay, so we're just going to let it be for now. The plow. Almost done here. Always plowing just takes forever, so I don't like it, but let's see what that's going to do. So now all these messages has been removed, so there's no weeds anymore. There has been lime, there has been plowing going on here, and the only thing we're lacking still is fertilization. So fertilization is still at 0%. Harvesting this plowed field. Let's see what the result is going to be. I think it's gonna be surprisingly high. I think it's gonna make me do more plowing in the future, even though I really don't like it because it takes forever. So, show us, how much is it gonna be? 3,007 liters, a profit of 15%. 15% increase. That is quite amazing, guys. I'm gonna plow in the future, that's for sure, even though I really don't like it. We're gonna start fertilization. We're gonna do 1 application of fertilization right here to see what is the effect of that. In theory, you should do 2. So I'm just gonna start out with 1 and just see what's happening there. We're just applying half of the amount they are advising you to do. And yeah, my helper screwed up here. I fixed that later on, but it's not on the video. The harvest after 1 fertilization is skipping the corner, so we're gonna go back and harvest that little corner again. So this field had 1 fertilization pass. That means an amount of 58 liters, which means an increase of 22.5%. My goodness, guys, that is really worth your money and effort. Because for this field, I just need 2 lanes of spraying. Here we did 2 applications of the fertilizer, okay? You can use liquid fertilizer, solid fertilizer, digestate, manure and slurry for this. Doesn't really matter, the effect is all the same. So the result after 2 applications is 3,909 liters, which means again an increase of 22.5. So technically when you do both fertilizations within the same harvest, you're gonna end up with an increase of your yield of 45%, guys. Like seriously? 45%, but just by increasing your fertilization. Now we're gonna do the roller. This is a new feature in Farming Simulator 22, so we're just gonna see what this is gonna do to your yield. As you can see here, it is making the stones disappear, so that saves you a trip with the stone remover if you do that. Let's see what it's gonna do to our harvest. Again, we have to take down this little corner ourselves because the helper screwed up again, like it always does in this corner. The yield is 3,960 liters, which is an increase of just 2.5%. It's not gonna be worth it for me, so I will skip this in the future. Okay, 2.5%, that's really not worth the effort. But it looks funny though. It's quite a fun tool to play around with. Next one is the mulcher, also new in Farming Simulator 22. You use it just right after harvest. It's gonna mulch down all these stubbles that are still left from the harvest, so it looks fun. Fields look clean afterward too, and it's also gonna take down the grass around your field, so that's also a plus. After harvest, what is this mulching gonna do? It gives me a yield of 4,008 liters, which means an increase of again 2.5%, which is as much as the roller, and I think that's not enough. So mulching and rolling is not really profitable because it's just hardly increasing your yield. Harvesting in the rain is also a thing. You couldn't do that before and now you can. But what effect does it really have? Because before you start harvesting in the rain, it gives you a message that your yield is going to decrease really, really bad. So I'm curious to how much this decrease is actually going to be. Let's see what we're going to come up with here. A loss of 49%, guys. 49%. 49%. Really, like, that's crazy. I would just wait in the future until the rain has stopped or snow. Because this is really not worth the effort. Come on, 49%, that's not funny. So guys, conclusion, don't harvest in the rain. Use your plow, use your lime, use your fertilizer, use your weeder, and then you should be good for the future. Thanks for watching and see you in the next video.